What's up, YouTube? Chun is here. I got another standard battle for you guys today. This is against Intervention HD, who decided to intervene and challenge me. And anyway, let's go ahead and get started. He's going to lead off with Azelf. I'm going to lead off with Gliscor. I'm not running U-turn, so I'm going to have to switch out, go to Flygon. My plan here was to U-turn and break the sash, the possible sash. He just goes straight for Psychic, which I was not expecting at all. Flygon pretty much gets abused this battle, which I'm so sorry for Flygon. But anyway, I'm now going to go into Jirachi, predicting a second Psychic, which he does go for. He now is going to go into Heatran. I'm just going to Wish Up. My plan was to hopefully go back to Flygon, but that's not going to happen because I don't know how much damage this Heatran is going to try to do. But he actually sets up a substitute as I go back to Gliscor. I do set up rocks here, and as soon as I saw the sub, I was like, yep, it is Torment-Tran. He goes for the Torment, but because I set up rocks, it's really not going to hurt me too bad. I go for the Earthquake just to break the sub. Because this is Torment-Tran, I am going to be faster. He is going to go for the Lava Plume here, and naturally I get the burn. But again, it's not too big of a deal. The next turn I am going to taunt the Heatran so it can't set up another sub, because these things can get very annoying if you have ever played against one. But this turn I'm going to Roost just to kind of play around the Torment. He's now going to switch out, go to Skarmory as I Roost up. And this was definitely a long battle, and you guys will see why in a couple of minutes. But anyway, I'm going to taunt the Skarmory because I know I'm faster than this Skarmory as well. But he predicts that, and he's going to go straight for the Brave Bird. It doesn't do a whole lot since, as I said before, I am Impish Nature and I've got some defense EVs, so it's really not going to do a whole lot. I'm going to switch out, go to Gyarados just to get the Intimidate off. I was predicting a Brave Bird actually, but actually I was predicting a switch, but I thought I would get the advantage, but I just lulled at this part because he ends up going to Gyarados. I saw the leftovers, so I was pretty certain it was a bulky Gyarados, so I knew I'd be faster because I'm max speed and jolly. So I go for the taunt, kind of figuring, you know what, even if he does go for Stone Edge, it's not a huge deal. I'm now going to go into Starmie because I know I'll be faster than it because it hasn't set up a Dragon Dance. He's going to switch out, go back to his elf just to scout what move I'm going to do, and I am carrying the Thunderbolt on this Starmie. He's now going to go to Scizor. Here, I got the better end of the deal on this part. I go for Hydro Pump, and I know I got at least 88% damage on it, since Hydro Pump will do anywhere from 81 to 96%, being that I'm modest. So, got a pretty good deal on that one. He goes into Blissey. I'm going to switch out, predicting a Thunder Wave, and go into Gliscor. He does go for the Thunder Wave. I am going to go, he's going to switch out, he's going to go into Gyarados, and I am going to go for the taunt because I really don't want this thing setting up and having it end up being an early game sweep. But I believe here this turn I'm going to switch out, I'm going to go to Jirachi because I really just want to get rid of the thing, and I've got to stop falling for this trick. This is the second time that I have fallen for it. I thought because it was a standard bulky Gyarados moveset, but he is actually running Earthquake, so he is not running the taunt on this bulky Gyarados. So Earthquake still doesn't do that much. Here I go for Wish. I kind of thought it was a bad play because he actually could have taken me out with a second Earthquake at the health I was at. There was a chance I would be one-hit KO with the amount of HP I had left. But instead he goes for Dragon Dance since his taunt wears off. Here I just decided to go for the Thunderbolt, and it will be a one-hit KO. I believe I got the better end of the deal on that one. I don't quite remember. But, actually, no, it would have been a one-hit KO. Anyway, he's now going to go into Heatran. He's going to go for the Lava Plume. I was pretty sure I could live it. I actually thought I would surprise him here by not switching and just going straight away for the Thunderbolt. Instead, he decides to stay in and go for the obvious move. And I do get the Parahacks on Thunderbolt, so that is pretty sweet. I'm now going to go into Starmie, as he's going to go for another Lava Plume. Was hoping he wouldn't sub there, but he's now going to go back to Blissey. I go for the Hydro Pump. I knew I was going to miss that Hydro Pump. I just knew it in the back of my mind. But anyway, I switch out here. I make a totally bad play. I was thinking about Seismic Toss in the back of my mind, but I just said I would just switch anyway. That was a really bad switch in, so my Flygon takes meaningless damage. I'm now going to go into Tyranitar, because I really just want to get rid of this thing, because he's got some classic Scar and Bliss action going. I'm going to go straight away for the superpower as he wishes. This is actually my first time playing against a Wish Bliss. You generally don't see them too often, but I was really hoping superpower would take it out, but it doesn't. It's really painful watching Blissey's health go down, because you just never know when it's going to stop. The health bar is going to stop. But anyway, he is going to go for Thunder Wave, paralyze me. He gets the wish off, and I figured here I'd go for another superpower, because even at -1 I could take it out, but it's also carrying Soft World. And I was just like, oh boy, this could be a problem. This could definitely be a problem. So I'm gonna have to switch here, because now I'm at -2. There's no way I can take this thing out. And I decide that I'm really just getting annoyed by this Blissey. So I'm gonna go back to Gliscor. He is gonna Soft World again, which is fine. I am gonna go for the taunt here, because I know I can obviously live one Seismic Toss, even after the burn damage, since lefties really helped me out. But I got Sand Up now, and I am carrying the Sand Veil on this thing, so although I don't have Bright Powder, but I do have Sand Veil on this Gliscor, so things are gonna get pretty annoying. And after looking at his team, I realized that Gliscor is gonna be key to beating it, because he is now my fastest taunter since Gyarados is gone. I'm gonna Roost here as he goes into Skarmory, because I pretty much have to Roost. I've got to keep this Gliscor alive. And this, I believe, is where the fun begins. There is a major stall war here. I'm gonna go for Taunt. Of course he predicts that and goes straight ahead for the Brave Bird. And we get in a major stall war here. His Skarmory and my Gliscor. Basically what ends up happening is we're pretty much going to try to PP stall each other out. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed this along a little bit, because there's really not a whole lot to see. But a couple things that I will talk about. The team, the history of this team. This team, the way it got started was there was a giveaway on the Smogon forums held by Soup, and it was Soup's birthday, and it was really awesome because I was one of the runner-ups. If you guys care, well, I don't care. I'm gonna tell you guys anyway, because that's why I like this team so much. But anyway, I basically won one half the team in the giveaway, and all I really had to do was breed the rest of the team. And I affectionately named this team the Soup Nazi, for all you Seinfeld fans out there. If you kiddies do watch Seinfeld still. But anyway, Um, that's the reason for this team, even though it is kind of standard fare, but I still like it. Um, Anywho, Star War is obviously still going on. Um, my thought process here was at first to PP stall this thing out, but at first I thought Bravebird had 16 power points maximum, but it actually has 24, and I don't realize that till almost the end of the Star War, and I had to quickly come up with some type of game plan, because if I didn't, I was either going to get PP stalled out, or I would be forced to waste turns using Earthquake, so I wouldn't lose all my roosts and I wouldn't lose all my taunts, because he's still got Blissey and I need enough taunts to disrupt Blissey. But I do a pretty good job here, because I did do some damage calc, and I knew exactly how much damage a Brave Bird would do if he did get a critical hit, which does happen a couple of times. So basically my whole job here is to keep Gliscor above that health level between Roost and Taunt. Now there are a few times here, if you guys notice, that I do have to take the risk, because I get to a low enough level to where a Brave Bird, if he gets a crit, would one-hit KO me. And his taunt runs out, so I basically have to choose between taking the risk and taunting, or just going for the Roost while he tries to set up spikes or something like that. And I just go for taunt every single time, and things work out. I think even one time the Sand Veil kicks in and he misses the Brave Bird, so that was pretty sweet. Actually, Sand Veil kicked in a couple of times for me. But anywho, yeah, we still got the huge Star War going on. He got a crit there. I know now I'm gonna have to come up with some type of game plan. The only thing I can really do at this point is, after realizing that Brave Bird had 24 power points, I'm gonna make a double switch here and see if Intervention is gonna take the bait. I'm gonna switch to Starmie, take a Brave Bird because I knew I could take one, barring a crit. I'm gonna go back to Gliscor, and I was relying on him fearing a Thunderbolt and him going to Blissey, and he does exactly that. I'm gonna taunt the Blissey just to kind of shut it down and make sure the only thing we can do is Seismic Toss. Gonna switch to Tyranitar here. He's gonna switch out and go back to Skarmory, and it worked out perfectly because this is a bait tar and I am carrying the Flamethrower, so that will one-hit KO the Skarmory. Wow, that was quite a bit of work. So he's now going to go into Heatran, and I am just riding high here, because this Tyranitar, I knew it could crack that Skarmory's core and break it down and take out all the remaining members of his team. I'm going to go straight away for the superpower. He gets the Parahax, which sucks for him. He's going to go into his last Blissey. I decide to switch out, go to Gliscor first, just to taunt it, because I don't want it soft boiling, I don't want it wishing, and I don't want it throwing any more Thunder Waves around. But I do go ahead and go for the taunt. He's going to S-Toss again. I get really low. I actually considered leaving Gliscor in as fodder and going for an Earthquake, and then letting Flygon come in for the Outrage, but I think Outrage would have been a 2-hit KO, and I didn't want the taunt effect to end, so I just go back to Tyranitar. Since he's at full health, he can take it 2 Seismic Tosses at least, and just hope I don't get the Parahax, and I don't, and I am able to lock the game up and finish this Blissey off with a superpower. But it was a great game, Intervention HD. Definitely hope to play you again sometime. Wow, look at that, guys. That's just painful to watch. But it does go down. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you love what you see and you love what you hear. And Chun is out. Peace.